To create a new standard record, you would hover over Add a New Record at the top right and select Standard Record. The standard record would be more for filling out the information that would help you populate forms and create stationery and use a lot of the other features that FrontRunner offers. For demonstration purposes, rather than creating a brand new record here, we're going to open up an existing record. As with any record, you can access the record settings by clicking on this button. There are many options to choose from whether to publish to the web. You can change that setting until you build the record. You can also adjust the current and past setting and other things like the file number, branch number, and the mode. Once you make any changes to edit record settings, you would save. Every section of the standard record can be found on the left-hand menu. Right now we're on the first call section. The first call includes the deceased information, the Family Interactive Edition, which automatically creates a username and password for the family to be able to log into the Book of Memories. This is also the place where you can add emails for family members who wish to receive the condolences by email. As you scroll down through here, you see the place of death, the informant information, and the next of kin. All of these sections give you the ability to copy the address from, so you do not have to fill it out multiple times. If the executor, for example, is the same as the informant, you will not have to duplicate that information. You have your checklist and appointment. Again, you fill in the information that you require. The system will automatically save the record as you're working in it, but as you jump from one section to the next, we do recommend that you just click on Save. The deceased information, again, will draw a lot of the information from the first call. You will see the vital information, residence information. You will be able to copy that address from any of these other sections. You have the birth and death information, the next of kin. The consultation section covers the body release and personal effects and your checklist. This also includes the donations information, which would be visible on the Book of Memories, so online visitors can choose from family preferred charities, or if you designate the charity of their own choice, or no donations at all. To select from a master database, those are all the registered charities. You would type in the charity name and the province or state and search for that. Once you have found a particular charity that is quite common, you can designate it as a frequent charity, so it would be visible, and you can add a charity to the preferred charities for this particular record. The Family Interactive Edition is also visible on this page if the first call information was not filled out. For family information, you want to add a relation. You choose the relation type and relation to the deceased, as well as any of the other contact information for this particular relation. You add their name and their address and any of the other relevant information. Once that information is filled in, then you would click on Save. If the person belonged to the military, you would need to fill in all of this information for the applicable forms. The life story contains the career section and special interests and hobbies, as well as the obituary, which you can write directly into this field or copy and paste it from another source. The services will allow you to fill in all the information for the visitation, the wake, the service options, as well as the clergy disposition and reception. This information, much of it is drawn from the locations database. So for example, for visitation, if you choose the drop down, you will see the 2 or however many locations that have been designated as visitation locations within your database that are visible there. If you need to add a new location, you would click on Add, and that will take you to the locations database within your system. The cemetery information, you can choose the location. There are none right now in the database, so you would need to add a cemetery location. Additional services. This gives you the ability to add any new service that may pertain to this particular record. When you add a new service, this information will then be accessible on any other record that you create. The donation section is also available on its own on this link. Once all the information from all of these pages that you have filled in is complete, then you click on Save, and then that record will be visible on your main menu. And from here, then you can click on Book of Memories to further customize this particular record.